Hello citizens. In this short video I'm going to take you through all the steps you need to follow to actually go and trade with that strange blue alien that everyone calls Wikelo. So in this video we're going to go through making the Testudo Clanguard Armor that is obtainable from the new Vandal tech smuggler missions. Now whenever you go to Wikelo you're going to have a list of ingredients that you need. And there are a few different ways that you can check that. You can actually go to Wikelo and I'll show you that shortly. But my top tip would be to actually just use starcitizen.tools/Wikelo. This wiki website is brilliant. It's got all the information you could possibly want to know. It gives you all of the possible recipes that Wikelo has, including all of the components you need for those. That's guns, armor, ships, everything. It's usually kept really well up to date. I haven't seen the Idris come on here yet, but I think that's not dropping till patch 4.5. So in this case what we're looking for is the Testudo Clanguard Armor. So what we can do is work out exactly what we need. A full set of the Testudo Turf War armor, 1 large artifact fragment pristine, 5 Vandal plating and 5 Vandal metal, and all of those are found in the new Vandal tech smuggler mission. The armor box is scattered around the mission. The artifact fragment is a random drop in the large blue boxes, a lot of the time in the warehouse. The metal and plating is found on the bodies of the Vandal, either in the station, auxiliary station, or on the bodies of the pilots flying the Vandal ships that you'll see in that mission. And by giving Wikelo all of these components, you'll get a set of the Testudo Clanguard Armor, which is currently selling for extortionate sums of money on the hyperinflated aUEC exchange. So there are 2 ways to transport goods up to Wikelo. You can either do it in your personal inventory, like this. So I've got my Vandal metal, plating, and a pristine artifact. I've also got a spare set of arms in there. Or you can use a crate, and you can carry stuff that way. So as a side note, I'm going to just show you quickly how to get your Wikelo Favours at the same time. So I've got my 100 scrip in the box as well. And we just need to bring that up in our cargo elevator, load it onto our ship, and make our way over to one of the Wikelo stations. I just like to set my cruise control so I'm going upwards and getting out of the atmosphere as fast as possible. And then we're going to go Wikelo. So you've got 3. Dazai is closest to Hurston. Kinga is closest to Microtech. And Silo is closest to Crusader. And I'm in Hurston, so I'm going to go to Dazai. Program that in. Thankfully we're already out of atmosphere because we left our cruise control on. I'm just going to switch that off so I don't crash into an asteroid. Align, calibrate, and jump. Another note is some of the recipes, especially for the ships, have a need for larger items that can fit in a storage crate. Obviously those just need to be transported in your ship's cargo hold. Sometimes you will need a large ship, and that just needs to be dropped directly onto Wikelo's cargo elevator. I'm switching my coolers off there, guys, so I can put my shields to full when I get to there, just in case there is anybody looking to cause trouble. when you arrive there can be these clouds which make it really difficult to see what's going on, but if you use your scan it'll ping all of the sort of structures and let you see what's happening so you don't crash. I'm going a bit quick there, so I'm just going to drop into SCM mode. Make sure my shields are full in case I do need to run away. It's not impossible to meet other players here and get pirated for the goods that you're bringing in, so you do need to be careful. But we're just doing Control N to call for landing with Wikelo. That'll give you a hangar. And you just need to orbit around the asteroid until you get to his hangar. You see all these ships floating around. Hopefully none of them are feeling aggressive. I'm just going to make a dash straight for the hangar and try and get in there. I'm going to move my ship over to near the elevator for the sake of ease. Engines off, open all doors, which I've got set to a hotkey. We'll drop our goods down into the cargo elevator. The fanciest looking cargo elevator in the game. So with MG script, council script, leave them in the container for now. There's a little trick with that which I'll show you at the end of the video. Make sure to press the down button, not the move to warehouse button, because that can cause problems. The down button seems to always work very reliably. You can see I've already got a load of Testudo armor stored in the Wikelo inventory here, because I've been farming it from the Vandal Tech Smugglers mission, and I just moved it all up here in a crate in one big move, so it was here ready for when I wanted to make the next set. Now you can use the cargo elevator to move stuff out of that crate, put it on the cargo elevator, bring it up and then send it back down again, but you can also come in here, open your container and just move stuff into the main inventory. But as I said, we're going to leave the MD script in there because I'm going to show you something with that in a minute. And then I'm just going to drop my metal, my pristine artifact and my plating into the local inventory so it's all nice and secure. And you can just check it's all there. Just double check I've got legs, chest, helmet, arms and a backpack in the Testudo, so I'm good. This is going to be my second to last set though. Now, that's the cargo elevator over there, and you can see some of the hand-in missions for the Favours are also available to be picked up, but we're going to go actually into Wikelo's Emporium. So we're going to run up the stairs. And it's a super cool location, guys. I won't spoil too much. Come and have a good look around. You can see everything that he's got for sale, including the new Palatino armor and all sorts of cool stuff. So what we're here for today is the Testudo Clanguard set, which looks really cool. Kind of a combination of that set we found at the QV station mixed with Vandal metal. Nice cool colours on it. So since I think 4.4 you've got mission pickup on location, so you actually need to come up to these boards and accept the contract with F, which will give you a contract for the delivery of the components that you need. And you just head back down to the stairs, and you can do this at any Wikelo station. You can accept the mission go off and find the things you need, of course, but it does take some time, so you might need more than one play session for that. I've left the elevator down because it's just a bit faster. So then we come back over to the elevator. We're going to need one set of legs, one chest, one helmet, one set of arms, one backpack. That's the full Testudo Turf War set. And you can filter down to different sort of types of items here. So we're going to grab our metal, plating, and the artifact fragment. And so that's all nicely on the cargo elevator. Select all, raise elevator. Don't use this button, always use these two buttons here. It might take a minute when it's separating out stacks, like those stacks of 5 metal and plating. It seems to take longer to bring everything up. You see it splits it into individual pieces, but they're now all sat on the cargo elevator. They've been lifted up, so they're all over there in the corner. And what we're going to do is select all, send it back down, and you should have this contract order completion screen pop up. So check that that's all green, everything's satisfied, it looks happy, press confirm. Should be mission complete. At this point it's going to give you the option to either claim the reward or decline to claim the reward. If you claim it, it will want to bring it up in the cargo elevator and physicalize the reward, which is, of course you can do, and then you can just send it back down. But I've found if you just decline to claim, it'll just drop it into your local inventory. It'll just be here. So obviously you can bring it up on the cargo elevator if you want. I'm actually just going to drop it back in that crate to take it back to my home hangar so I can store it. The safest way with armor sets is of course to just equip it. So you could come in just a flight suit and with a tractor beam, equip all the armor, and once it's on your body, the tier 0 loot system will protect it from being lost if you crash your ship on the way home, or if somebody pirates you and kills you and takes the crate from outside of your ship, then they'll actually get the armor. So the absolute safest way for gear and armor is to wear it on your person. Larger equipment you are going to have to ferry it home at some point. You can always take the risk at a patched point of it being ported back to your home location when the patch drops, but that's very, very risky indeed, and I wouldn't recommend it. So just to show you quickly the deal with MG Scrips. This is obviously also applicable for Council Scripts and Karenite and anything that you need a lot of. You just need to come and accept the mission. And I'm going to have to run all the way back over to the terminal because I forgot to do something. So when we're handing in scripts, instead of having to sort of submit them one at a time or whatever, that used to have to be the case in previous patches, you can just use the item terminal, not the cargo elevator, to split them. You can type in a number here. So you split them into stacks of 50, leave them in the container, but leave them split into stacks. I'm going to run all the way back to the cargo elevator. But obviously if you've got 2,000 scripts, you can split them all into stacks of 50 and then just do this one at a time. And then back at the cargo elevator, we've taken the mission for the scripts. We're just going to open the crate, select the scripts in stacks of 50, drag them onto the elevator, raise it. This one might take a while because it's got to split that stack of 50 items across the elevator. Select all, check you've got your 50 still, send it back down, and that's completing that contract for those scripts and giving me my Wikelo favour. I'd recommend staying on the terminal and letting it complete in these situations, because I think some funny stuff can happen if you X out or walk away too quickly. But there you go. Wikelo favour earned. And I'm just going to decline it again to just send it back into the local inventory. Same again. F to accept the mission. Select my storage. $50 scrip on the elevator. Raise. Select all. Got our 50. Back down. Confirm. It's as easy as that, guys. I hope you found that little guide useful, guys, and yeah, let me know in the comments if there's something I missed, something that wasn't clear. Radical Panda, out.